Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Singh and I'm a UPC Civil Services aspirant preparing for my second attempt in 2027. So in today's video, I'm going to be revising E.B. Tylor with you all. And E.B. Tylor is a classical evolutionist and an anthropological scholar as well. So yes, anthropological scholar as well. So yeah, so I'm going to be actively calling it with you all. I have my register here, but I'll try not to look at it and try to give you guys the complete information without peeking into this. So yeah, I'll just peek into it whenever I forget something. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting off with E.B. Tylor. E.B. Tylor was a classical evolutionist, belonged from the British school of classical evolutionism. One thing about him, he was born into a very affluent family, and his family held brass foundries and coal mines, so we can just imagine how rich he would be at that time. And also one more thing about him, that he was a Quaker. Quaker is a rebellious sect in Christianity, and because of this very reason, he was not able to get admission in University of Oxford and Cambridge, because there they had to sign 39 articles of faith, and that was the reason he was denied of admission, or he could not take admission. So yeah. And also one more important thing about him, that EB had TB, and he had tuberculosis, and that was the reason why he went into the tropical regions of South America and explored there, and वो फिर anthropologist बन गए. And yeah, so now talking about his works, his first ever work was Anahuac, which is 1861, and it was inspired by the Mexican cave expedition that he had. And in this we have the earliest the earliest idea of survivors that he had mentioned. And the second work of his was Researches on the Early History of Mankind, and this was published in 1865. In this he talked about the concept of unilineal evolution, psychic unity of mankind, survivals and language, and also he used comparative method. This is a point that I'm always forgetting. So basically researches on the history of mankind, researches में comparative method सबसे पहला use हुआ था, ठीक है? Yeah. Now on to his most famous and the most influential work of all times, Primitive Culture, 1871. Now in this book he gave the definition of culture, he talked about the society, he talked about language, he talked about theory of animism as well here. So yeah, without further ado, now let's get on to the main things कि उनके contributions क्या क्या रहे हैं. So the first and the foremost contribution is in culture का field. So culture में he has given the famous definition, that is culture or civilization taken in its ethnographic form is a complex whole of knowledge, belief, art, morals, customs, laws, and any other thing that is acquired by an individual by a man as a member of the society. So basically I'm forgetting the verbatim of this, but yeah, I do remember the components of it. So there are four components in this whole definition. The first is that culture is a complex whole. It is not a simple thing. Culture is connected with other people. Culture is not something which is very homogeneous, it is heterogeneous. Second thing, that is it has 8 components, or the components that we just mentioned in the definition. Third thing, that it is acquired and it is not biological. And fourth thing, that it is not individual, it is shared. So this is what he said about culture mota mota. Now on to society. So he thought his beliefs were that the earliest society was matriarchal, which converted into patriarchy. And why was that so? Because the mother of the child is always recognized, but we never know who the father is. So at that time, what he called was primitive people, quote unquote primitive people, all the classical evolutionists thought that there was promiscuity and all of those things, and that is the reason why matrilineal prevailed at that point. And his idea was also influenced by the work of J.J. Butchofen, Mother Right, and the survivals, that the evidences that he gives for the same are the survivals of COVID. Now COVID is a tradition wherein a man actually imitates his pregnant wife, and yeah, these are the survivals. And also avoidance is a survival of this very thing. Now religion पे इनकी सबसे ज़्यादा theory है. Now talking about his theory on religion. So he thought that the earliest form of religion was animism, which evolved into monotheism, which further evolved into polytheism. This is what he has mentioned in Primitive Cultures 1871. So yeah, what is animism? Animism is the worshipping of souls or the belief in the souls. Okay, now what was his theory of, and first we'll understand what was his theory of animism, and then we'll understand why he thought that this is so. Okay, so the theory of animism says that there was a savage philosopher, a primitive man who was a savage philosopher, and he wanted to find reasons for the daily things like hallucinations, like death, like dreams, like natural calamities, and all of those things. He was quite inquisitive कि भाई ये होता क्यों है, and that is the reason why this theory was developed by the savage philosopher, that there are three parts of our existence. First is a physical body that you see. Second is the life force or the phantom that moves us throughout the lifetime. Third is phantom. Phantom is the soul that is immortal. And further, after some time, or further evolution of this theory also says that the life force and the phantom were combined and was regarded as soul. So there were two basic things of the existence. First was a physical body, second was a soul, and soul is the immortal being, and the soul worship is there. Now why soul worship there? The worship of the souls of ancestors is there because they believe that ancestors provide them with fertility, be it in their fields or with the women. Second, because they protect them from calamities. So that is the reason why animism was there, or soul worship was there merely. Now why he thought that animism was the earliest form? First up, he said that the human urge to find explanations to things was there. Then second thing, that there was psychic unity. तो सबको मतलब वो यही कहता है कि जहाँ पे सिविलाइजेशन डेवलप हो रही थी वहाँ पे लोगों के अंदर ये इंक्विजिटिवनेस थी टुवर्ड्स वट एवर इज हैपनिंग अराउंड अस. ओके, नाउ थर्ड थिंग ही सेड वाज that the early man was a savage philosopher and he lacked rationality. Please excuse the disasters keep on happening in a joint family. Anyway, so now on to the evolution of polytheism and monotheism. So animism evolved into polytheism, and then polytheism evolved into monotheism. Okay, so why polytheism? Because the souls actually had a hierarchy of मतलब उस टाइम तक basically souls got a hierarchy among them. The souls of the gods had a hierarchy, and some gods were important and some were less important. So yeah, according to the situation, and that is the reason why we had polytheism at that point. But why monotheism? Yeah, so why monotheism? Because it was a time when humans actually started to control most of the part of nature because of the evolution or the improvement in the technology part, and that was when थोड़े से मतलब ऑलमोस्ट सारे गॉड इरेलीवेंट हो गए थे. अब जो चीज़ें टेक्नोलॉजी के हाथ में नहीं थी वो फिर ऑल सुपर पावरफुल गॉड के हाथ में आ गई कि भाई दिस इज़ बियॉन्ड साइंस, दिस इज़ बियॉन्ड टेक्नोलॉजी, सो दिस इज़ लेफ्ट ऑन द God. Okay, so that is when monotheism came into the picture, and this is what he said. Now what are the criticisms to his theory of animism? So the first criticism is by Evans Pritchard. He says that this theory can neither be proved nor be disproved, क्योंकि भाई ये तो बहुत बड़ा conjecture है, हो भी सकता है नहीं भी हो सकता. Second was by Robert Lowy. Robert Lowy said that it is more of a psychological theory than a theory which actually explains a societal concept of religion. So it was more into the psychology of a savage mind, more into the psychology of the primitive men than understanding what religion exactly was to them. Okay, now the third criticism is that it was based on assumptions, conjectures पे based था, and lacked evidence. Comparative basically no, not comparative method, but क्या secondary data ethnocentric था बहुत ज़्यादा. savage philosopher बोल रहे हो तुम, primitive men बोल रहे हो तुम, ऐसे. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली ये. नाउ फोर्थ, लैंग्वेज की जो थ्योरी है उसमें बेसिकली इट वाज मेंशन्ड इन रिसर्चेस आल्सो, इन प्रिमिटिव कल्चर आल्सो. नाउ दिस थ्योरी वाज बेस्ड ऑन द animal communication that takes place, the बच्चों की communication, like the childhood communication that is there, and the way children communicate. It was based on the communication of the deaf and mute, and also on the communication of the primitive people, according to E.B. Tyler. So he said that the earliest form of language was actually onomatopoeia and gestures and interjections. Now onomatopoeia is like I don't know how to explain, but I don't know, you guys can just go on ChatGPT or Google and search what that is. I know what that is, but I'm not able to explain. Like जैसे basically, how do I explain that? Anyways, that can be ChatGPT. So basically, gesture based language developed into simple speech to just tell okay ये है ऐसे. फिर उसके बाद जो simple speech है, that developed into the modern language that we speak right now. This modern language helps us to express the abstractions of life that we see. So this was about his theory of language as well. Now let's have a look on the features of his theories, and then we'll see criticisms, and that's it. Okay, so before beginning into the features of his theory, first up, he was the first anthropological chair in 1884. एंड इसके फीचर्स में मोस्टली सारे फीचर्स जो हमारे क्लासिकल एवोल्यूशन के थे, जैसे कि साइकिक यूनिटी, जैसे कि कंपेरेटिव, ही पायनियर्ड द कंपेरेटिव मेथड एंड दी सेकेंडरी डेटा, एंड ये सब चीज़ें सारी हमारी क्लासिकल एवोल्यूशन से ही आ रही है. ठीक है. सो साइकिक यूनिटी थी एंड उसी वजह से यूनिलिनियर एवोल्यूशन हुआ था अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम. देयर वर कल्चरल सर्वाइवल्स एंड ही वर्कड ऑन इट. लाइक कल्चरल सर्वाइवल्स जैसे कोविड, मैजिक, मिथ, ये सब था. ठीक है. कल्चरल सर्वाइवल्स को ये सोशल फॉसिल्स भी बोलते हैं, मतलब सोसाइटी के क्या फॉसिल्स हैं. I really like this word, by the way. And then we've got he pioneered मतलब सबसे पहले थे ये comparative method यूज़ करने वाले. किसमें? Researches on the early history of mankind, 1865. Okay. Next, the anthropology was also known as Mr. Tyler's science, and that is exactly when we can know that the anthropology was placed on the same pedestal as natural sciences as well. And he also used statistics in his essay, and he compared 82 societies there. And then he also says that earliest form of language हमने देख लिया. Oh yeah, he also says one more thing, that language is inherited rather than biological, but this point was countered by Noam Chomsky and his work on LAD, I guess. And he said that there is innate ability to learn the language. So basically he said that बायोलॉजिकल एबिलिटी है लैंग्वेज सीखने की, बट वो कहते हैं कि नहीं, ये एक्वायर्ड है, बायोलॉजिकल नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. ही ऑल्सो ट्रेन्ड अ जनरेशन ऑफ एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट लाइक R.R. Marett, लाइक जेम्स फ्रेजर, लाइक रॉबर्ट R. स्मिथ. नाउ द लास्ट वन, टाइलर एंड रेस. टाइलर वॉज अ कल्चरोलॉजिस्ट एंड ही बिलीव दैट रेस वेस बायोलॉजिकल नहीं होवे, बस जो भी होवे वो कल्चर की वजह से ही होवे. ठीक है. तो ये उसका बिलीव था. And he denied the idea of race and biology. Criticisms, very simple for all the classical evolutionists. Ethnocentric, conjectures, or he relied on secondary data. They were armchair anthropologists. Psychic unity was rejected by the diffusionists. Survivals का idea functionalists like Malinowski ने वो कर दिया था, deny and all of that. So yeah. So that's it for E.B. Tyler, and finally it took me so many takes to record this full video, because there is just so much of disturbance at my house at this point of time, and I really wanted to post this video today only. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one, and I hope it helps. So bye bye and Jai Hind.